What's up, man? It's 1000Tiles here, and today I'm gonna let you know how to solo queue Storm and win. She's one of the worst heroes in the game right now, but she's getting buffed next season, so I say she's worth learning. But I just don't want like a lot of people to use my mains if she gets like a crazy buff. So hope it's not too crazy of a buff, but she needs something for sure. Gameplay in the background is actually like one of the craziest comebacks I've ever hit in my life in this game, man. I was playing tank at the beginning, ended up switching to Storm next round, and it made a big difference. So that's why I wanted to put this gameplay in the background, just to show you what big of a difference Storm can make. But anyways, the first thing I gotta say is that Storm, you gotta survive, man. You can't let your team down and die, because you get the attack buff, and the longer you're alive, the longer they get the attack buff, and that's the main benefit of your character. So you want them getting the attack buff as long as possible. So to do that, you gotta stay alive, and to do that, you gotta stick with your team, man. You can't push by yourself, because you're so slow and sluggish. You're just gonna get picked off so quick, and you're not gonna be able to get out of dodge. So stay with your team. And one thing I found out is you can actually use your teammates as human shields. So you want to stay pretty low to the ground. You don't have to always be on the ground, so you can like hover up or down. I like to weave up, down, and around. You know, make myself as hard of a target as possible, because you can really get melted down at Storm, because she doesn't really have a way to get out of there. She flies so slow, and it's just so easy to kill her. Unless it's like a piercing attack or an AoE ability, you'll be pretty good using this strategy. Another thing you can do is like stay out of line of sight. Yeah, you don't want to like push out in the open by yourself at Storm. That's just crazy, you know. And you want to stay in cover, you know, peek by corners, peek by walls, you know. You can destroy things on the map to use as a peeking spot, so you can just like basically almost be invisible and just peek there. But you're best staying with your team and using them as cover, because you giving them an attack boost and you don't want to be away from them, and cover sometimes can be away from your team. So you gotta balance that out, you know, using cover, staying with your team. But once you get low on health, that's when you gotta leave, because you're just too weak of a character. So you basically always have to stay at 100% health, or you're basically cooked, you know. So find them health packs, you know, utilize the health packs, because they're all over the map. You know, you just gotta figure out what the spots are. You might run into a 1v1 at the health pack, but you know, you gotta lock in. I'm gonna show you how to win those in later in the video. But the next thing I'm gonna go over is her basic attacks. So she basically just has a wind blade, and you can actually hold the button. You don't gotta keep tapping it like a semi. It's fully auto, so just hold it down and, you know, fire it at the choke points. You know, you'll get some shots in, just lucky shots from hitting the choke points, and do some pretty decent damage after hitting a couple shots. You know, the tanks are pretty easy to hit because they don't really move that much and they're a big target. So hit the tanks, I say. And you can't really afford to miss too much with Storm, because her attacks do so little damage. So like if somebody's pushing you, you literally like have to hit all your shots. Like you don't really have a choice. And to do that, I say hit the body shots, because she does not have no headshot multiplier whatsoever, which is kind of crazy, you know. But her wind blades are a decent size, so, and the hitboxes in this game are ginormous, so that's the good part about it. Using her attack is, the game was set up so it's so hard to miss, but her attack is so trash that you can still miss with it. But anyways, I say in order not to miss, you gotta shoot where they're going, not where they're at. So you gotta lead it like heavily, because the wind blades fire so slow that they can just move out the way. Like look at it and move out the way. Iron Man just looks at it, move out the way, weave, he's out of there. So you gotta lead it like crazy lead, and you gotta kind of like see the future really, because it's so slow. You gotta know exactly where they're gonna go, and you gotta make sure you reload it, because The reload is actually a long animation. I don't know why the reload is so long. The reload when? Why are you reloading when in the first place? Let's start there. Like what? But anyways, just make sure you reload it all the time. You know, in your battles, you want to have full shots. You get 12 shots. It's quite a bit, but they do so little damage that you're gonna need all of them. And her bullets actually penetrate, so if you angle your shots right, you can hit multiple enemies. You can I like to angle my shots like if I see a Penny, destroy her mons and damage her at the same time. So her penetration is pretty good. I think it would be better if it was AoE, since it's so slow and you're gonna miss most of your shots. But it is what it is, man. She's getting a buff next season, so we'll see what they do with her. But for her first ability, I'm gonna go with her. It's her goddess boost. So she basically gets like the speed boost and the attack boost. Even before you activate the ability, you get the boost. So I say start with the speed boost, but don't activate it yet. Especially in domination, because you're gonna need it for the first engagement. So just keep the speed boost up, but don't activate it. And your speed boost is mainly an escape tool for like getting out of dodge, even though you're still not the fastest. So it's kind of crazy that people can still kind of catch you. But anyways, you activate it, you use cover, you try to find your healers or a health pack, get your health up, then you go back in there and then activate the electricity storm AoE attack, because then you should probably still have a little bit of time left, get a couple shots in, and then you're helping your team again. You can actually combine Mantis ult with the speed boost, and you move at insane speeds. I actually did that in this game, so you're gonna see that later in the well, actually earlier in the gameplay. Me and Mantis hit that speed boost, and it was insane, man. We actually ended up taking over the point after Namor hit that ult on us and hit a quad on us, bro. I thought it was over 10. He said GG's, but we was not gonna let it end like that, bro. So I say mainly use the lightning though, because that's the best part about it, is the AoE lightning, because it actually increases your allies' attack power. It also does damage to everybody that's in the AoE. So like all the healers are taking damage in the AoE. They don't know what to do. The tanks are taking a bunch more damage because the attack boost plus the lightning. The DPS might just die because they're not getting healed, and they don't have that much health as a tank, so they're just out of luck really. So you really want to use that that AoE lightning for the team fights, man. It almost wins almost every team fight, like especially when the matches are like almost evenly matched. You can just use that to turn the tide of battle so easily. So I say engage with the lightning AoE, and you can actually use it to draw healers abilities. But I say it's better to like use your wind blade a little bit, weaken them up for healers at least. Like if they're and then once you weaken them up, they're gonna use their ability. Their shift is either gonna be like a healing ability or like escape tool. Then once they use that, you know, you get on them with the AoE lightning, hit them with a couple wind blades, and then use your thunderbolt, and they're dead, just like that. But anyways, let's get to the thunderbolt, because that's the next ability I'm gonna talk about. I say it's best used to finish the enemies, because it's such a long animation that like you're gonna take a bunch of damage while you're doing it before you get the shot off. So you're better off doing the wind blades first, and then doing the AoE lightning. That's gonna tap them. Hit them with a couple wind blades. That's gonna get them low, and then once they're like lower than a third of health, because it does slightly less than a third of Squishy's health, so that's when you want to hit the thunderbolt, and then they're out of there. So I hit a lot of like running enemies that's low, so like healers try to escape, hit them with the thunderbolt. DPS try to escape, hit them with the thunderbolt. They're just zapped. like a fly hit with a one of those lightning traps, man. It's so amazing. They just get zapped out of nowhere. But anyways, her next ability is her chain lightning, which I say is her worst ability, even though it's a team up ability she gets with Thor, because it barely does any damage. You barely get any kills with it. It only really helps when they're like super low, because I think it does like a fifth of a squishy's health, so that's almost nothing. They're gonna get healed after that, so you just basically just spam it. Never use it in a 1v1 because it's not worth it. The animation is too long. You're just gonna get killed. So just spam it. It's a pretty bad ability. Next is her most important thing, her ult, because that's the best part of her kit. It's the craziest part of her kit. It can turn the tide of battle so easily. And what you first want to do is you want to peek and assess the situation before you ult, because you don't want to waste your ult. Such a powerful ult, man. That can, when I see people waste their ult like in a 1v1, I get so mad, because you could have captured the objective, killed the healers. We could have really made a difference, but you wanted to use it in a 1v1, bro? Really? But anyways, her ult is movable, so you just peek and then you activate it when you're safe, not in battle, because you're gonna die. You can die while you're activating, and then you just wasted your ult. That's so sad. So just peek and then activate it out of battle, and then go into battle. And I say prior towards the healers, because the tanks can get healed. If they're not getting healed, you can kill a tank, but while they're getting healed, you're probably not going to kill the tank. So don't go after tanks, go after healers. Cloak and Dagger has an escape tool that she can use, but if you activate it while she's cloaked, she probably won't have time to activate it. So I mean, yeah, while she's Dagger, she probably won't have time to activate it. So activate her cloak ability and her Dagger AoE bubble health attack. Well, ability doesn't heal fast enough for the ult, so you can kill her with that pretty easily. If you're really lucky, you can actually kill Mantis in her ult, and if you're really lucky, you can kill Luna in her ult. Because in order to pull it off on Luna, you have to have damaged her shield off or her ult, and then your team has to also be attacking while you're ulting. So all that damage going in at once can actually kill her, and I've done that a couple times. And Mantis is easier because she doesn't have the shield, and I don't think she heals as much during her ult. So it's always been easier to kill her. I don't know why, but you definitely want to activate yours after she activates hers, because if she activates hers after, then she's gonna survive. It's as simple as that. But anyways, the next thing is who are you attacking? Well, you want to attack divers mainly because they can't really do much against flying characters, and they will target your healers. And Storm is actually really great at protecting healers, so whenever a diver comes for a healer, you activate your AoE, they start taking damage and they want to get out of there, and it resets their entire process. Like Black Panther, who has to hit all them dodges, after he takes all that health, he's gonna be like, oh man, I gotta get a health pack. And then his abilities are on cooldown, so he's gonna have to wait for that, then come back. And then when he comes back, you got the AoE lightning again, and you might actually be able to kill him. Black Panther is probably one of the hardest divers to kill, but like when it comes to like Magic, Spider-Man, well, Spider-Man's a little bit harder, but most Spider-Mans aren't that good, so it's pretty easy to kill him. And when he tries to hit the combo on you and you activate the AoE, it messes up his entire combo. He doesn't know what to do after you hit him with that. And listen, the dive tanks, you can you actually do a lot of damage to tanks because they're the easiest targets to hit. You know, the main thing about her attack is that it's so slow, so hard to hit. But with the tanks, that doesn't really matter because they're such a big target, moving slow, not moving much, so they're pretty easy to take out. And when you have the AoE activated, they can die rather quickly, especially when you're jumping them. The next thing I gotta say is you can assassinate healers too. I don't really recommend this too much because they have a lot of escape tools. They can daggers, cloak especially can kill you. Mantis can kill you, but you can get the drop on Mantis and cloak if you hit all your shots and all your lightning abilities. But you gotta be basically like 100% accuracy with Storm in order to get win your 1v1s, even with healers, which is kind of crazy. So keep that in mind. The next thing I gotta say is Overwatch the battlefield, man. Ping enemies, ping objectives. When your team needs to fall back, ping, fall back. Destroy any of the things you see, like the Unks. Destroy Loki's heals. Destroy shields and walls. Destroy CC like Mantis. CC that can be stopped if you destroy the thing on their back. Destroy mines. Destroy turrets. Destroy everything you see with a health bar, man. Cause that can greatly impact the fight and help your team out a lot. So destroy all that stuff. The last thing I gotta say is if you're being hard countered, man, swap characters, cause there's certain things like you can't really do nothing about. You know, if a Hela is targeting you and keeps killing you over and over, you might have to swap. If a Hawkeye's targeting you and keeps killing you over and over, you might have to swap. But you actually have a chance with Hawkeye and Hela because you can sneak up on them. Hela's a little bit harder because she has her escape tool, but Hawkeye in particular is you sneak up on him, you can kill him pretty easily. As long as he doesn't like body shot you to death, you can kill him. Other thing is Iron Man, mainly when he has the gamma beam, because his regular beam is decent because it has range. It's like medium range where Storm is supposed to excel at, but Iron Man is better at that range. So you have to sneak up on him too, activate your AoE lightning, and take him out that way. But if he has the gamma beam with Hulk, there's actually nothing you can do because he can turn around and melt you faster than you can sneak up and kill him, even if you're 100% accurate. So there's no point in going up against a gamma beam Iron Man. But I hope you like the video. Y'all like and subscribe, and y'all have a great day.